So I'm here to do a talk today about large language models and reinforcement learning, something that's very topical right now, but there's also a lot of hype. And so it's good to come and talk to an audience like this about what the reality looks like. So what are large language models really good at, and where do they not do so well? I'm most looking forward to spending time with the attendees. You've got people here who are at this interface between technical topics and the business and getting things done, right? So they're interested in both sides of that and understanding what new technologies could do to help them. And then there are a bunch of people here who are already doing that. And so they're sharing their experiences, and that's very valuable to learn from them. So I think the biggest trend that's interesting is that large language models have in the past been the preserve of organizations with lots of money. It takes hundreds of millions of dollars to train a large language model. And now we're in the situation where open source large models are available, which then can be fine-tuned by organizations for a fraction of that cost. So it's much, much more financially accessible, and that's going to broaden the number of organizations that can make use of that technology. And I think we're going to see a lot more innovation as a result. So we've been talking about what are large language models good for, right? So where do they excel, and what's really amazing about this technology in terms of how it generalizes. And then we're going to look at all of the things that they don't do well around things like basically things that are not language tasks. And looking at reinforcement learning, which is a technique that's been around for a very long time, been used in AI for game playing for a long time, for example, and how that's now being applied to things like automated code generation and other AI tasks where large language models really find it difficult to be successful. And so these alternative approaches that people are using and developing. Yeah, so I think one is that you've got an audience of people here who are actually doing things in the space. Right? So this is not just a bunch of vendors talking to each other. These are real attendees who are doing work in this area, they have experiences to share. And then you've got some thoughtful sessions that are about topics that people want to learn about and hear about. The size of the event is quite intimate, right? And it's easy to have good conversations. So it's a really good event from all of those perspectives.